Well, right on time, as always. Yeah, it's been one of them days where everything has gone perfectly fine. But yeah, we're back. We're gonna do a little bit of stuff, basically. Let's have a little bit of boom. So we have noise in between my sporadic noises. When I actually say stuff, sometimes they matter. We basically have more setup to do today. I don't think I'm gonna be doing too much, basically. Mostly because it's a little bit later than I had planned for. But yeah, what else? I have a tea that I haven't tried before today. It's a green tea, strawberry and marshmallow. It really smells like strawberries, so that'll be interesting. Look forward to that. Let's just hop on in and play the game. Damn you, play the damn game. And we shall. Right, we'll go through our stuff. So yeah, we are required to get automatic promotion, which, well, we'll see about that. I just noticed that also my contract runs until the start of the actual next season. So we have a contract over the special tournament. The special tournament duration. So that'll be fun. We have fans. Competitive against Nagoya. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, really. But we'll try. I mean, competitive. Define competitive for me. We'll struggle. They are very good. compared to us. We are not very good. Also, they don't have to deal with me, so that's always something. I'll have left all the team training to my coaches, basically. I will deal with the individual training. And then as we rise through the leagues, we will eventually take over the general training as well, because we want to basically do as much as we can to develop our players. I would like to have some more mustaches though. It would be nice, wouldn't it? More mustaches in our training. But yeah, that'll be something we work on later. Tactics. We will have tactics at some point, but we'll have to go through our squad first. Responsibilities. I have gone through that already, so we don't have to go through it. And yeah, key personnel. Of course, our key player is a player we cannot use unless we play him as a centre back or something. But I mean, we can see. What do you think? We need to select a captain and vice captain. We'll do that later. Right. Right. So we don't really have good youth players. That's fine. We will sign some. That's the point. Want to sign under 23s? Same. Right. First things first. We are going to head into our sneaky little shortlist. I have made a few shortlists. So we can sort by strikers, people that will play for, well, people that will be starters for everything else but strikers. That's basically what the following three are for. Starters, first team, and future expensive players. That's basically just, you know, not strikers. Everything is for not strikers, basically. All the strikers will be in strikers. The research ones are basically players that I want to kind of scout, but not really urgently. I'll drop them in there and have updated scout reports when we actually do some scouting. Currently, we have a grand total of 0 scouts, so we'll have to work on that. That is one of the things we'll do today. But first things first, we are going to try and sign Morimoto, because I know he's good. He's pretty good. He's not brilliant, but he can absolutely do a job for us. He's a model professional, which will help. So we will try to sign him. Yes. He wants to be an impact sub. Perfect. I will not be strengthening in defense. Thanks. Sure. Like he says impact sub, he is not really going to be an impact sub. He's probably going to be playing Fairmount because, again, our two actual best strikers we cannot play because they are not Japanese. 1 year extension after 10 league games. I'm okay with that, actually. I'd like his salary to go down a little bit, so we'll work on that, and we can bump his goal bonus. How about that? Yeah, come on. Meet me somewhere in the middle. Or just above what I suggested already. Okay, that's fine. And having a 1 year extension after 10 league games, I'm also okay with that because, well, if nothing else, he'll be a... What promise did I make? Did I make a promise? I don't think I didn't make a promise to him, did I? Oh, that is... Okay, so that counts as a promise that he will play as an impact sub. Okay, well, we have, hopefully, our first signing on the way in. We will also go and... we're going to be looking for scouts. Primarily, I want to look for a chief scout, probably head performance analyst, a head physio because we have 0 physios and 4 sports scientists for some reason. Yeah, we do need a scout. The chief scout is going to be the most important because, well, we need scouts. And yeah, we're gonna find that first. Where was that again? I keep forgetting. It's in recruitment, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Me and my things. Okay, let's see. Scout. Deployed. How about now? Let's see. Scout roles. Chief Scout is at least competent. Let's start there. Really? Really? What about reasonable? There are no... Really? Well, let's clear those then. Scouting. Let's go with potential. So do they just have terrible adaptability? No. What? So this dude obviously is good at all of the things. Huh? Yeah, is at least, is it opposite here as well? Is it most very good? Do those filters not work at all? Let's go for good, because we know he was good at... No. What? That is very strange. Why do those filters not work? Either way, let's try and bring this dude in as our chief scout. I want you to be the chief scout, please. 700... Let's go with 750 because it's probably going to be... Really, I can't give him more than a year? Oh, it's part-time. I only have part-time? Really? Okay. I guess we have part-time staff. That's not terribly good. Let's also... Would you like to be a scout? He probably doesn't want to be a scout. Especially not as a regular scout. He does. No. And a little bit less. How about that little less? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we do have 2 scouts on the way in. Right, let us then swap and find a head physio. Where would that be? Medical fees. Who's he wanted by? Nagano. 22 clubs. Let's not go for him. He's probably not going to be. He's probably going to be available. Also, what? His physiotherapy is good, but here it says elite. What? What? Is that what happened? Is with the no, this is wrong. Staff shortlist. So is that why it's weird? Like the displayed proficiency, I guess. Yeah, is this just all wrong? Because this dude is obviously not elite at physiotherapy. Mostly because it literally tells me he's not. At least it seems it's actually sorting by their profile? But why? Why does it show different things? Is it because we don't have someone good enough at judging staff ability or something? Whatever, let's bring, or we'll at least try. No, I want you to be my head physio. Wait, what? Okay, so he wanted 180. Yeah, it would be great if the I set him at 250 to start, and then like, really we can't scroll these. 20%, because a 20% raise would be fine. 300, 70, and 20, 80, and 25. I'll be okay with him having that promotion wage rise. Right. We might try and bring this dude in as well, just because we don't have any physios. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just let the maybe just let our technical director figure that out. We want a head performance analyst as well. Alright, we're not even allowed to have a technical director. We also have too many coaches, so we're gonna have to deal with that later as well. Yay! Fantastic. But I wonder why this is not working the way it's supposed to. That would be in mental. What do they need? I forgot. For head performance. Ability, tactical knowledge, analyzing data, and determination. Let's go with tactical knowledge and data. It's not in here, is it? Tactical knowledge. There we go. It could work. And then, so it's correct here, right? These are correct. Average, average. Why is it not consistent? Wow. Right, let's bring this game. Does he know any? I don't think he... His adaptability is decent. Was it? You see this? He only speaks Korean. Oh well, he'll learn. He'll have to learn on the job. You have to be head performance analyst, and then you have no... Okay, that worked. Fine, perfect. Go ahead and bring him in So we have some stuff. Right. Now, the next thing we will do is we will move everyone into the first team. Whoop. Because that will be easier for me, as I'm not super smart. This will help us figure out basically what type of formation we'll play, because that will be useful. It'll help. It'll also help me figure out how to set up our attackers. These two will be moved to the second team, and after that we'll try to sounds really bad, and then we'll try to get rid of them. From this right now, I'm thinking we probably play two strikers in Yamaya and Kakitani. Yamaya is not great, and he's more of a winger, really. But we can make use of him. I wonder, because I was fairly sure when I was planning, in the planning stage, he looked way more like a winger than he does now. He looks like right now that he could play as a striker. I wonder if he has a bunch of randomized attributes. I know Kakitanis are not exactly the same. He was stronger. So yeah, we do have a little bit of a difference here and there. But we'll play with two strikers basically, and then we'll try and basically bring in more strikers. Can we play William? Yes, we can. Okay, good. Whew. Safe. Safe. Right. We'll have two strikers. I should... Oh, hang on. My notebook. I have a notebook so I can write things down, which I'll need because I forget things all the time. Unsurprising, maybe. Two strikers. Well noted, me. Right, and after that, I feel like we have a fair few wide players, don't we? Yes. Well, he is a very well-rounded player, but not very good. What good players do we have? Yeah, midfielder slash winger. Do we start possibly with something like a 4-2-4? 4-4-2 maybe? Problem is, what do we do with Araki? Because maybe Izumisawa will be the one who's bench. And we play Araki and Nakamura, because they're fairly decent. Maybe. What do we have in terms of wide defense? We have a defensive midfielder that can cover a little bit everywhere, but he's definitely not a wing back, and he's not a centre back. But he can cover, but that's he's a defensive midfielder. And Inzu is a full back-ish. He runs a lot, which is good. Yeah, okay. I do hope we have some... I do hope we have some decent central defenders as well. Wait. No. So that's probably something we want to look into. Okay. Yeah, it smells a little bit like a 4-2-4. We'll probably do a 4-4-2. Probably 4-4-2. And, well, we'll see what we can do, basically. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a rough one. Luckily, we do only have 2 foreign players that we can play. So we do have room to bring in some foreign players. Maybe a centre back, probably. Our best centre back is not very good and on loan, and the other one is 30 and also not very good. 8 jumping reach centre back, yes. Mine's probably a little bit better. Probably a little bit. Yeah, having basically all of our central defenders on loan is not encouraging. And here we have a defensive midfielder. So yeah, we do need centre backs. Probably that's probably where we'll spend our foreign player slots. I think we should still have to... Where is it we go? We can probably go through here. Yeah, there we go. 4. Okay, so we have room for 2. I swear it used to be 5. Maybe that changed? Or is that for... Yeah, I'm fairly sure it was 5. Even in J2 and J3. Close. See if it changes. No, it does not. Okay. So we'll have 2 slots. Because Cervantes most likely will have to play. Well, he's a youth player. So we probably have 3. Maybe we spend 2 on defensive midfielders and see where else we will need to strengthen, basically. I should probably have my view for my own team rather than for another team. That'll probably help. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we can figure out. Clean slate. Formación. Yeah, I don't know why I have to select a formation like this and it never shows me what I want. Give me a flat 4-4-2. It never does. It never does. Ooh, that reminds me. This reminds me. I do wonder if... like, this does not feel like an actual formation that you would start with. Does it? Like a 3-2-5? It feels like something you move towards in... feels like something you move towards in build-up, I guess. Where's my... Why will it not suggest to me a 4-4-2 flat? That's probably what we will be ending up with. Either way, okay. All right. I probably want my right side. If we have Nakamura playing here, is what I'm guessing we'll have, and Araki playing on this side. Nakamura is left-footed, right? Okay, there we go. He's left-footed. He's decent at crossing. His long shots is absolute cheeks. So, oh, and here's probably a an indication of like what I talked about a little bit before, and what I have brought up before. So in 24, FN24, the entire J League had long shots and long throws swapped, and now a lot of players have the exact same. They have, like him, an attacking midfielder with 2 long shots. That feels like a little bit of a cop-out. And this also doesn't really feel right. 9 long shots, sure. 4 long throws. He's played quite a bit as a wing back. I don't know. But yeah, then we had, let's see if we can find him. Was it Yamaya? Yamaya. There we go. He is also left-footed. And can't cross the ball. So what if we were to... Let's see, probably at the start at least, build our formation again, around, not against, around Kakitani. Who is, what is he? He's a do what you want kind of player, I guess. Just, yeah, probably do what you want kind of player. So we'll probably have him as just as a plain old centre forward. He has mostly, as far as I have seen and what I can remember, playing more off the left side, so I kind of want him here. Araki is right-footed, decent at crossing. Are you decent with your left foot? Serviceable, I guess. Kakitani, confirm. So why is he 2.5 star as a centre forward? When it says, where is it? Where are you? I was channel forward. Really? Maybe? Maybe we play him as a channel forward? Do we play him as a channel forward? We can run into the channels? Maybe? That means that... Yamaya. We probably want him to drop. To give space. And... well, yeah, make space. Yeah, I kind of wanted to have him be a more channel forward, so he can make use of his pace, basically do cutbacks. But he's not very good at that, is he? Let's have him be a deep line forward. Playmaking winger, probably not, because I don't think we have the width. If he moves in, I don't think we have the width from the fullback. Yeah. He was a defensive midfielder. Well, isn't that lovely? Yeah, we have quite a few. Well, we're sort of this type of player. Here we have an overlapping player, which is nice. He's also a right back. Which means that if anything, we want we want the left-sided player to, or right-sided player rather, to move in. Maybe we'll just do good old-fashioned fallbacks on either side. I kind of prefer having that anyways. Then they'll sometimes go inside, sometimes they'll go wide, and overlap. Probably do something like that. Then we have Hagino. Really? Let's start with him. What would you be good at? We might have him as a playmaker if he's actually decent at it. Which means we should probably have a more hardworking player on the other side. Who could that be? Perfect. Perfect. So he'll be more of a... well, in possession, we might want to have him box to box. So we get a little bit of late movement from deep. Goalkeeper will probably just have a bog stand goalkeeper. Could he be a ball playing goalkeeper? I don't know. We can't see. Surely his passing should be in here. Are they just moving around the positions? Or the key attributes? I think they are. I think we'll stick with the box stand goalkeeper though. Don't do anything too fancy. He could. For this level, I mean, he's not brilliant, but he's fine. I think we'll stick with a bog standard goalkeeper, same with central defenders. Just give the ball to Hagino and he can do whatever he wants. Hopefully. We'll have one into on the left because he's the left-sided player, and we'll have, was it Oiji who was he was a regular starter and can run quite a bit, which is nice. So he'll probably be the right back then. Right. And then we have the central defenders who can't jump. Do they have probably don't have preferred sides on this level at this level, so we'll ignore that. We'll have Kai, we'll have Nozawa, because Igawa feels more like a defensive midfielder, mostly because he is. Are they better at anything else? No nonsense. Really? Do you have the... well, he doesn't really have the technique to be a ball player, does he? Does he now? I think we'll stick with this something like this, and then out of possession. What I'm kind of thinking is we use Yamaya because he can he run actually? Maybe we'll use Kakitani as a splitting outlet center forward. The thought process behind that is he drifts out towards a wider position. Yamaya can probably... Hey, let's have him be a tracking center forward so we bolster our defense a little bit. Let's see how that looks. So in possession... very nice that they basically keep pace. But yeah, that looks mostly fine. Good central cover. Yeah, and then we get basic, sort of like a midfield 3. We're going to a 4-1-4-1 maybe? We could of course always change that, but maybe you don't want to. And this is kind of what I want. I want Kakitani to be basically out wider, so that when we win the ball, we can pop the ball up. And since we are playing to his strengths and he's playing as a channel forward, we want him to have space in behind. Which means we'll probably play a little bit defensively. Probably go with the mid block. Let's have a slightly higher defensive line, I think. Do we have the pace for it? Do we have the pace at the back? No. Yes. Okay. 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 We don't really have the pace for a higher defensive line, but we could step up more. I don't want to, actually. But we will. Do we counter press? We might want to counter press. We trigger press a little bit more often because I want to. Right, all instructions. There we go. Out of possession. Let's start with that. Let's not have the short goalkeeper distribution stuff. Do anything? Do you want to trap outside? Probably. Just to be more compact in the middle. Let's go with that. Let's have a standard passing directness. Let's be more speedy. We counter-attack, of course, because we want Kakitani to have balls in behind. No, we don't need that. We don't really care about that build-up. Do we? Might. Let's stick to balanced, because I want to have as few instructions as possible, and the ones that I have should be to lend itself to our best strikers, best abilities. Let's discourage shots from distance. Do we? Let's discourage shots from distance, because well, there's a lot of crossing, or a lot of speedy shots in this game. It's low cross because we don't have an aerial presence. And we'll channel forward. You'd kind of expect them to be less good in the air. The rest, I think, we'll keep as is. The creative freedom right now we'll probably just leave as is. So we don't have a lot of instructions, but we do have a few. We'll probably stick to balanced mentality as well, just because. And let's have a sip of tea. And actually now 45 minutes after I did cool down, it's lukewarm. Nice, well done me. Let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, it smells more of strawberry than it tastes of strawberry. I'll have to say, but it was good. It's not. You can still sense the strawberry, which is nice. Oh, tracking fell asleep. There we go. Wow. Love when that happens. Right, we have that set up, which is nice. We have our tactics. Yay! We should peek at our squad planner. And I'll probably just have all players that can play. Except for those that play otherwise, other positions. Is he left foot? He's left foot. Let's not play him on the right then. But everyone who is intended to play in a specific position. Yeah, probably not a left-sided centre back at right back. Probably not. And again, central defender. So we do have 3 half decent right backs. Heh. Awesome. Guy, yes. Hagino, no. Igawa, probably not. Nozawa was starting on the left, so we'll take him out of here. Right-footed, right-footed. Terasaka is left-footed. And here we take Kai out, Hagino out, Igawa out. Take Hirasa out as well. So he'll be more of a right-sided backup. Wow, that was difficult. Why was that so difficult? Damn it, me! Come on. Ogushi's right back. And centre backs. So there we go. We have 3. Hagino. Kita! Wait, so I have 3 regular starter central midfielders or defensive midfielders. Well, that changes things, doesn't it? That changes a lot of things. Or do they? Hagino does not play here. Fukita starts. Manager does not play here. Kita starts. Igawa, can you pass the ball? You can't pass the ball. Can you run a lot? Not really. He's determined, which is nice. So, he works hard, but he can't do it for long. He gets tired. He has great technique, but he can't really pass the ball. So what are you using that technique for? He also has 2 dribbling. Where are you using that technique? Decent first touch, good technique. But he can't pass the ball, he can't shoot at all, he can't dribble. Where are you using your technique, man? Let's have him as the deep lane playmaking backup though. Same with Hakwasaki. Yeah, because he's definitely not a defensive player. He works hard, but not very good. Yamada. Or is this the... It is, right. He played quite a lot for... Well, quite a lot is probably the wrong thing to say, but he played for many years for different J1 clubs. Somehow, I never thought he was very good whenever I saw him play. He felt like the kind of guy that was just there. I don't know. He never felt like he was good enough to play at that level, but then again, neither was I ever. So what do I know? But yeah, he is also not a defensive player. Well, he's not a very good player, so. And Nishitani is also not a great player. We're gonna have to look through our contracts and see, because there's a. Oh, he's on loan. Why is that? Why can't that show here? That would be very useful to see, if I'm honest. Yeah, we're probably gonna have quite a few players leave us after the first season. So we'll have to figure out who we want to keep. Preferably players who can actually be decent for us. But yeah, Nishitani... I don't know. Kita couldn't play make. He could. Let's have him here as well. Igawa as well. Hakozaki, yes. Yamada, no. Nishitani, no. Dudu, no, sorry. Nakamura, Yamaya could. Araki could. Kawamoto, probably not. I'll probably have him as a striker only. And Matsumoto, please. Probably backup. Backup extraordinaire. Kawamoto can probably be a backup on this side. Depends. Araki is basically gonna play on whichever side we don't have our first choice. Well, if Nakamura can't play, Araki plays on the right. But if we want to play with Uzumisawa, I'll probably have Araki play on like, basically he will play all the time, and then Izumisawa and Nakamura are gonna be the other two, and then we remove our strikers. Ouchie. Speaking of ouchie, yeah, Kawamoto can at least run a little bit, so he will be our second choice, and then we'll take those two out. Yeah, it's not brilliant, so we're gonna have to find more strikers. Yes, more strikers. And then we can figure out what we need. We need central defenders. We absolutely need strikers. Central defenders is the most important. Could probably go through and check who are not going to be playing a lot. Yamada, second team. Nishitani, second team. Hakozaki, second team. Yamada already moved, right? Obushi, second team. Yui gone. And Kato was the first backup on the left, so he'll stay there. Terasaka moved down to the second team. Obushi already moved. As he's a right back, removed. Be gone. And we will move the 2 goalkeepers here. So we have 25 player squad, which will probably change more. Now I'm starting to doubt myself. Do we go with 1 striker and try to, well, force Kita in? Or do we... What do we do? Because I feel like Hagenov Fuketa have to start. They're a little bit too good to not start, but Fuketa is 32. Of course, he has 2 years left on his contract. Wow. Yeah. That is something. I'll probably need to do something about my my views as well. This looks like ass. Everything does, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of how much space everything takes up. But, well, it is what it is. Let's have a peek at transfer them out. Can we see? Filter anyone that wants strikers? Yes. So, Mito Omiya. Okay. Yeah, we could... No, we're not selling... We could sell them to Omiya, to be honest. We don't want them to have promising players, but... Dudu? 34-year-old striker. If we can get a little bit of money and get his wages off the bills, that would be great. Mito would like... Cool, we could do that. Also, if we get a striker off to Omiya, we might be able to loan in Sugimoto, which I would like to do. Offer... Why is this window not going up? Okay, thank you, it does. Offer Dudu to Omiya. Let's go with unspecified. And then we'll see. This is probably going to be an issue that he doesn't want to move as he just signed for us. So the question is then, do we offer him out now, or do we not play him for 6 months, then try to get rid of him in the summer? That is the problem, isn't it? Because if we get rid of him, well, we might not be able to because he doesn't want to move. But do we want to pay 1.4k a week to someone who's sat being a sourpuss in the second team? Would you like to be loaned out? No. No. Let's do that. Offer the player and then we'll see. And then Mito, we will offer... Wait, you can offer the same player to different clubs? Interesting. Or do you... Well, let's see if we can get Oko out as well. Musiti Oko, let's call him Bebic because that's the only name that is apparently not his surname. And we'll go with unspecified, see if they offer us any money. But yeah, that's a little bit odd that you can't... So we offered him to Omiya. Doesn't really... Are we offering them out to everyone? Is what I'm wondering. Because I'm not quite sure. Here we have... So yeah, I don't exactly know how that works. Because it feels a little bit odd that we oh, they've disappeared. That's great. There we go. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how that works. And why? Like, surely if I want to sell a player, surely I should be able to offer him to different clubs. That seems like an odd thing. Was there anything else we needed to do, really? Did we need any other stuff? I accidentally clicked. Well, that's good. Let's see, do we have only one in each? I take care of... No, we have two in possession technical. I'm the worst one at it, apparently. I would be better at attacking technical. Let's, if I take myself out of there... I'm bad at that as well. So I'll just be the guy evening out the workload. For now. We'll see if I get better. Or well, let's see if Gintoki actually gets better at being a manager or a coach. A guy. Will he be a better guy? Who knows? Who cares? Let's see. Is there anyone here that should not be in the attacking? No, those should all be there. And anyone here that should be in the attacking one? No, good. And we could set up the individual training sort by position in the correct way. What I would like is for everyone to be better at ball play and goalkeeping. So that's what we're going to be training our goalkeepers at in terms of position. Central defenders, just center defenders, centre back. For now. Mostly because it's easier that way, but also because we kind of need to make sure our players are as well run as possible, because that's something that I would like to do. I would very much like our This will be way easier if I actually show what I'm talking about rather than just talking about it, because why not? In the future, let's clear everyone, because why not? It'll be easier as well. We make a new tactic. I'll just show with a new tactic because it's easier again. Can start with that one. There you go. The perfect scenario, or the formation that I will want to work towards, is a 3-4-3 with centre forwards, basically. Well, with three strikers. Basically, so we can have as many strikers as possible. But since we're going to adapt our tactics based on who is our best striker. The defensive 5 mostly, so the 2 defensive midfielders and 3 central defenders, they're probably going to have to be as well rounded as possible, so they can be more, you know, the more like half backy, dropping into defense, or a more a box to box kind of player. So they have to be able to do as much as possible, these 5, which is pretty much why when we get to the J1, there's a decent chance that all 5 of our foreign player slots will be these 5, so we can have as well as we can basically take our pick from the entire world to find those really well-rounded players, so they can help us as much as possible doing the things that we want, or well, that I want. But yeah, and since we have the in position, out of position stuff, we could possibly do something like this and have more strikers. Basically, we could have like, if we have good strikers that could also play out wide, we might play them at basically wing back or defensive midfield. Did I? Did it? Really? No. Okay. Okay. I lost internet for a little bit. So that's great. But it seems to be back. It seems to be back. I think. I don't know. OBS lost connection for a little bit. But it seems we're back now, which is convenient. I have no idea where I left off. So I'll just reiterate the things that I thought I was saying at the time. We want to have as many strikers as possible on the pitch. That's what I want. That's the point of the challenge. Because that's what they do in the series, basically. Well, in the Blue Lock manga and anime series, they basically have all strikers. Spoilers. Every player on the pitch, including the goalkeeper, is a striker. We are not going to be doing that because that's silly. We're not going to have a striker in goal, mostly because we don't really have that type of strikers. Also, it's a silly thing to be doing. It's not a very realistic anime, but it's fun, and that's the important part. Yeah. Tea. Yeah, I probably should have been drinking that tea before it went lukewarm. Let us clear that slot because we don't need it right now. But yeah, so I don't know. Is there anything else I need to be doing right now? We have our tactics. We have started looking for staff. Right, we haven't checked our finances. How much money do we have? We have 260,000 in transfer budget. We have 3k to spend on wages. 55k to spend on scouting that we don't have. But yeah, we have a decently healthy financial situation. We're seemingly going to be making a profit, which is good. What does that mean? Well, whatever. Let's see what are the projections. This is stuff that I'm definitely not smart enough to understand fully. At least not at a glance. yeah, we'll hopefully we will be able to utilize all of the money that we have. What we could do is let's have a peek at the player base. Let's go for doubtful. Okay. And then we check contract status. Expired. Also, let's see if we can find some strikers, which means we need. I know how to find things. And nation of birth. I guess. Apply. Right, we should probably add streakers. Akasaki Shuhei. I remember that guy. I remember that guy. I watched him play. A central defender striker. Are we beginning our nonsense? Let's what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna save, just in case, because I do remember there was a little bit of there were shenanigans when you sent out trial offers. 4 weeks. Do it. Akasaki, let's do the same. Because he's pretty decent. Alright, let's have a peek. They can offer him a trial as well. If you're interested, export for me. Iwaki Fujita, Matsumoto, and Fukushima. Surely you would prefer to. There are some speedy players here. I like that. Let's also look at some younger players. Maybe there are some half decent youngsters we could possibly bring in, give some games to, and maybe flip for a little bit of money to get started on our striker factory. There we go. Words and how to use them. Another centre-back striker? We have two. Ooh, a big lad. And he's only 24. That could be useful. Yeah, let's just have a bunch of strikers coming on trial, and then we... Really? I have to... oh, I could just can that. There we go. That works better. How do I have knowledge of this guy? Sapporo wants him. That is a good sign. That is a very good sign. Right, and here we are at the back button. Doesn't work, or doesn't do anything. Now, let us add him to a shortlist, because he could possibly be very, very good, very useful. Potentially J2 standard. For us who don't really have centre backs who are, well, good. That looks nice. Oh, Taketomi, he retires mid-season. That's a shame. because otherwise he would be someone we could potentially bring in. Man, he was a lot of fun to watch as well. I remember quite a few times when he played for, was it Kashiwa? It must have been around that time. Like, he played for Kashiwa. Same with the Urawa, really. Yeah, where he was just constantly running in behind, being a pain in the dick for every defender in the league. And teammates just pinging the ball over the top, and he took volley shots from everywhere. Even if he didn't really have the angles or anything really. Damn, did he take shots from distances and angles you probably shouldn't be. He also seems pretty good. Interest from J2. Let's see if we can finagle him in on a little bit of a trial. So it's okay. So he's a right flank player. He can play the entire right flank. Why do I recognize him? Where has he played? Is he from? It must be from when he played for Gamba. Because I recognize both the name and the face. Let's see if we can bring him in. Who knows? We might need more wide players. Again, a shame that he's retiring mid-season. Takashi Shunki, another left back? No, surely not. Let's offer him a trial anyways, because I like him as well as a player. That crossing seems a little bit high, to be honest, even if it's just 12. Same with the pace, damn. I can tell you that he was not that highly rated just a couple of games ago. I like him as a player though. Hardworking. He's good. Yeah, we kind of need... we can remove that now and look for centre-backs. Venezuelan centre-back? Is he large? He is quite large. He's 37 though. He's not very large. If I'm gonna bring in... Ooh. Dave! We can have a Dave. Let's see if he wants to come in on trial. Dave Bultus, I know from his days at Nuremberg. And he's been in South Korea recently. Yeah. He is large. He's very large. He's not very quick, which is why he probably shouldn't be playing anywhere else with centre-back. And not in a high line. But damn, that boy is large. Let's bring Tunjas in as well. There's no harm in it. So. What? So here we have a very Brazilian sounding Japanese player who seems to be at least half decent if we look at his attributes, but he's never played for a club. What? 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 Who is this guy? to the Googles and see if we can actually find him. Let's see if we can find him. We are on the Googles. Okay, here we go. Found him on Transfermarkt. Centre backs. Yeah, the... What? I mean, it has to be him. It's the... It doesn't list his full name as Marquinhos Lopez on Transfermarkt. It is Marcos Augusto Lopez. And citizenship, Brazil only. But it's the same date of birth. But the only club that he is listed as ever having played for is Vila Nova in Brazil, and he left them in 2019. Okay. I don't know, man. There seems to be like pictures. Yeah, I don't know if they've I don't know if it's made up or something. There's there seems to be a YouTube video. Let's see if we can. Oh, come on, stop with the pop-ups. Yeah, I don't know if this is the guy. Yeah, I don't know. It's it is a it is an interview with someone with Marcos Augusto Lopez. Was that the guy we found? Yes. So it's an interview with him from 4 years ago. Unfortunately in Portuguese. Oh. Okay, hang on. Now I'm translating the description of the video. Oh, too many characters. Okay, let's translate the entire page then. From Sao Paulo, from Corinthians Youth Academy, yeah, it was. Okay, let's see if we can translate a smaller chunk. Maybe that helps. For 5 years he played without the support of a fixed agent. This is translated, machine translated, from Portuguese to English. And today he reflects that this closed doors for him at big name teams in Brazil. During this period he played in the interior of Mato Grosso, Minas Gerais and Rio de Janeiro, as well as playing in the A2 league for Marília. While he was at Resende, he saw an invitation to Japan. After almost going there months earlier, in 2018, he went for the first time to Tonan Maibashi, a team that competes in the Kanto Regional League, the most competitive in the country. Well, regional probably. In a team managed by a local legend, the Brazilian Amaral. The interviewee is now in his second spell at the club after a brief return to Brazil to compete in the Minas Gerais Championship. Talking about the competitive regional league and the high level of local players, Marquinhos describes the situation of his club, which competes with other major projects such as Nankatsu SC, which was even the subject of an interview on the same channel. The channel being George Norsu. Probably butchered that one. But it seems also to be completely in Portuguese, because it's a Brazilian-based channel. Okay, so we now know why he is why he's there. He's obviously not actually born in Brazil, or born in Japan, which the game seems to suggest. And the game has also managed to not figure out that he's actually played for clubs. Let's give him a trial, now that we know he's actually a real player. Now that we know he's real. Marquinhos is real. I can't see anything from him, so skip. So a great tackler, great first touch, but can't jump, and he's 42. Where has he played in his life? Kashima for 15 years. Okay. Sagan Tosu, Komoto, and Nankatsu SC. Well, how about that? They'd show up again. But yeah, probably not. Unless... Oh, we don't know what. Yeah, fairly loyal. Just wondering, maybe we bring him in as a short-term mentor. Tanaka Yusuke. Could he still do a job at 38? I remember him from his Cerezo days. Naturally, of course I do. Of course I do. When was that? 2018, probably. Probably around 2016, 2017. I remember him playing quite a lot in the second tier, and then, well, not as much when they got promoted again. Did we bring him in as an option? No, he can't run anymore, and he also doesn't have stamina. Maybe not. No nostalgia signings. Oh well, no more nostalgia signings. We're already going for those. A very speedy, very determined young centre back. Would you like to come on a try it? Now the risk of bringing all of these players in on trials is, of course, that we make everyone around us alert that they exist. So we might strengthen our opponents. So I'm looking for centre backs, and suddenly I find someone who's 162 centimeters tall, but 9 of 40. What? What? I probably wouldn't play him as a centre back, but still, his 11 to 16 jumping reach. He'd be able to win headers against players who are like 20 centimeters taller than him that we already have on the team. Jeez. Maybe can give him a trial at least. Oh wow, he's terrible on the ball. Retires mid-season? Nah, yeah, after the season. But he's not very good, is he? I tend to skip over the players that don't have pictures, but these are all teenagers. So maybe they have some potential. Wait, is he not a free agent? He is. Why is there no why is there no little marker for him? But these two might want to give a trial too. And of course here we find the tallest one yet, and he is probably the worst at jumping reach. But what is it with all of these having like, well, seemingly half decent speed? And oh, he's 32. And he can play basically anywhere up the middle, from centre back to striker, but not as a defensive midfielder apparently. That is too much for him. Anywhere else though. But yeah, we can probably give trials to these two, maybe this guy as well. Maybe. Like, worst comes to worst, they'll just not play. Maybe we could have this guy as well. Let's just there we go. Why? More complaints. Hey, my favorite. Yeah, why are there... What? Where do all of these players come from? This guy actually seems like he could be half decent as well. Like, come here. Be trialed. You rascal. Right, if he could mark to save his life, just from what I see, like his tackling, the positioning, determination, decisions not being terrible, also being able to run and having some jumping reach. What in the world? Playmaking central defender? Anyone? Apparently could accelerate away from anyone, but not very far. He'll get away from them, but not very far. Maybe he doesn't need to get that far away from them. Like, if he can accelerate away from them a little bit, then he apparently has the passing and the first touch and the technique to just pass it to anyone, literally. I'm actually really curious now. How good is he? We'll bring him in just because of that. Just because of that he can apparently, like, make with the best of them. What a weird world. I saw on the subreddit for Football Manager, the Football Manager games, I believe. On that subreddit, I saw someone who had found a yes, that was him. I just had to check. But they had found an Icelandic player who basically, he's never played a professional match in his life, but he's got super high. I'm checking if I can find it because of course I am. It's what? We'll move up. We're moving. See, Football Manager games. Where do we have? I think it was there. I saw it at least. Oh, there we go. A random Icelandic teenager with world-class dribbling, first touch, long shots, and passing. His dribbling is 18, first touch 19, long shots 17, passing 18. But after that, he has aggression 15 and the rest is 11 or lower. Well, he has 13 acceleration, agility, and pace. He actually could be fairly decent for us. Let's see if we can... Let's see if he's actually loaded. He might not be loaded in. Or, let's see. He is. He is. And this is a real player. It's not a regen player. We're gonna add him to our sneaky short list, and then we'll see if we can scout him at some point. Because yeah, if he has silly attributes, that could be fun. So yeah, like it seems that it's a little bit of a... It might sound a little harsh or a little bit mean, but it seems like a little bit of a nepotism thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's that good. Let's see, can we... Does this work? No, I don't want to do that. Or let's see if we can... see if we can bring him up. I can show the picture. There we go. What? There we go. Like, look at that. That's crazy. And it's apparently he's been rated like that from even in FN24 when he was 16. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see if we can bring him in, make him a star at our club. That could be fun. Probably not gonna happen, but if he can play all of these different positions even halfway decently. Remember what I said about the well-rounded player? Well, he's not really well-rounded. He can play out in a lot of places, but he's probably not going to do a great job because, well, he is him. We don't really need any defensive midfielders at the moment, do we? We have 3 that all want to start. So yeah, for now, I think that'll do. Does this university have any other players? I have 1. Probably not very good. But yeah, that is one of the fun things that you can find in the Japanese. Well, if you're playing in Japan, that you have a bunch of university and high school teams that somehow or sometimes have really good players. Like this guy seems like he could be half decent and, you know, having a good potential as well. And he's wanted by a J2 team. They're J2, right? Yeah. They were relegated a couple years back and have not come back yet. Unfortunately, I like Sapporo. They're fun. I've been, over the past months, last 2 or 3, I've been watching back some old J-League games. Old, I say. I've been catching up because I do that. But I've been catching up and watching games from the, was that the 20? Is it the 22 or the 23 season? It might be the 2023 season. I'm looking it up now because I am silly like that. There's no reason. There's no reason for it, but I'm going to do it anyways. Might be the 2023 season. Let's see. I could have just checked for winners because I know who wins the league, but instead I am on the it's the 2023 season. Because you can watch the games on the J League International YouTube channel. Tracking stopped. Wow, I'm back. So yeah, you can watch the games on there, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. You can watch tons of games. Like they have, what is it, 4 games I think? They had 4 games per match week, which, while not all of the games, is quite a few. They even had a few games where they had a collaboration, I guess, with Blue Lock, the series that we have. I have decided to make a challenge around. So, yeah. But that was back in 2023 they did that. And I'm still not finished watching the 2023 season. But they still do it. Unfortunately for me, it seems that they don't. Like it seems they have a core group of teams that they always show every single match week. Now, which is they usually have Sapporo, they usually have Marinos, Kobe, Kashima, Urawa Reds, who else? Nagoya. Kashiwa seem to be popping up quite a lot as well, which is, I mean, it's not bad. I enjoy watching them still. I'd still watch the games. Kyoto Sanga also pops up quite a bit. But I want to watch Seriso though, and I can't because they don't show those games all the time. They don't show all of them. I want to see all of them. Please. But yeah, not always, but sometimes. Yeah, for about 4 games every match week. They did it all the way up to the end of this season. They also seem to they also this is all live streamed. You can watch the full games as they happen, which is wonderful again. They also seem to be streaming the J League Cup. Which is also nice. Highly recommend J League International. They sometimes, I don't know if they actually should probably not say what they do, but they have in the past. They've done like what was it called? How was it? Not competitions, I guess. Like you could win official match kits and stuff, like shirts and stuff, which is quite nice. Yeah, do check that out if you are interested. It's free football in certain places where like in the countries that don't actually have I should check that since I'm already on a complete side track. Because why not? Let's see. Right, so according to the wiki, by the wiki I mean the Wikipedia. So outside of Japan, the media coverage is selected matches are live streamed globally via the J1 International YouTube channel, excluding Australia, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, Brazil, China, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Macau, Nigeria, Thailand, and Vietnam. So anywhere else, you're good to go. Also, yeah, you can't watch it in Japan either. The only reason you can't watch the YouTube channel from any of these countries that I mentioned is because they already have a broadcaster. And so it is. I don't think I'll be doing much more with the game today. Should we maybe have a look at, like, wow, where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You can see it. Where is it? There is somewhere where you can see, like, I'm losing my words, which is terrible. The pre-season stuff. Where is it we can see that? I can't remember. You can see the pre-season. Yeah, I'm losing my brain. The predictions. Jeez, why was that so difficult? Me. I can't remember where you can see that because I have found it a few times before, but now I can't. And this pisses me off. Ah, gross. Gross. Yeah, somewhere you can see it. You can see it somewhere. We only have pre-season reports. I wonder why we have two. I wonder why there are two. Yeah, I don't know. It was somewhere. Now I really want to find it because it's annoying me. It's not in there. Aha! There we go. Yeah, we're expected to win. Perfectly normal amount of time to figure that out, but I figured it out somewhat, maybe. Yeah, we are tipped to win, so we probably should. I wonder if that changes when we get rid of our strikers, or when everyone figures out that we're not going to be playing our best strikers for reasons. I do wonder why all the arrows are about. Not sure. Can you see the players? You can, can't you? You can see it somewhere. The what's it called? The best 11, can't you? Whatever. Oh yeah. I don't understand why why clicking Six Nation Agreements is what the J League has. All of them. 1 through 3. Why in the world does clicking that take me to the, like, what is the European Union? Here we go. There are nations that are treated as non-foreign, so Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, Cambodia, Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia. I do believe that for the 25 season, it was also Morocco. I want to say that it was, but I don't. That might be made up. Either way, these nations won't be, if you sign players from them, they won't count as foreign. For strikers, that still doesn't matter. We cannot have them anyways. We cannot. But we can have them for other positions. So Thailand would be a good place to look around. Wait, what? Really? I can't have my... Why can't I see what clubs they play for? Can we see that somewhere? Because it will be quite nice. Transfer? No, I don't care about their agents. Dynamics. Can I not see what club they play for? Anywhere? Because that is very unhelpful. Because this seems to be like wage not available. Is this their national team full-time contracts? Because otherwise probably, like, shouldn't it say something like unknown? We can check with a club later on. That doesn't say anything here. No. Full player status. Wow. Very, very, very much, very full. Very full, very wow. Is there really no way to see their clubs? Well. That's certainly a choice. Right, Jonathan Kemdy. He's a big lad. And here we can see he has a wage. So basically the contracts we see here and the wages are, if we check here and go for contract, yeah, we can see the wages. Including for, where is he? What's this sorted by and how many players do? Where is he? There we go. Yeah, we can see his wages. So that's nice, isn't it? The contracts we see in national teams are apparently their national team contracts, which of course they don't really have contracts with their national teams, do they? Wow. This game, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful game. But yeah, they do have a couple of players that could be interesting. If only they weren't strikers, half of them. Yeah, there's a decent chance we'll look around in especially Thailand for well, players that don't take up foreign player slots. But yeah, I will call it there and I'll continue tomorrow. Hopefully at an earlier time than today, because well, that usually that probably means that things have gone my way, let's just say.